SpaceX 4 is preparing for a launch to the space station later this week, and with that, tons of supplies and new research are headed to the station. It all happens at Cape Canaveral in Florida, and Lori Meggs is live today from nearby Kennedy Space Center to talk about one of the interesting investigations. Lori?
Hi, Amico. Yeah, we're here live at Kennedy Space Center, and that is where a lot of the important work is going on to process those payloads and get them ready for launch. Joining me now is Cecilia Wigley. She's from Ames Research Center, and she is responsible for leading the team that is helping process and get these payloads ready for orbit. Cecilia, tell us about your rodent research project. That's what we're going to talk about today.
Okay, so the Rodent Research 1 project is the first in a series of rodent research activities that we'll be conducting on Space Station. We plan to fly about twice a year on every even-numbered SpaceX.
And there's a history behind this, too.
There's a history, yes. We have a long history of flying and doing experiments with rodents, both mice and rats, on the shuttle, and now we're moving this to the new platform at the space station.
Tell us about your role here and how you've been preparing everything here at Kennedy.
Okay, well, I lead the team that's responsible for integrating all the various requirements that come from science to implement the research on station. So we work with the crew office and do crew training, crew procedures. What we've been doing here, of course, the mice have arrived, and we're making sure that they're housed appropriately in the animal care facility here, and then our hardware team is processing the hardware that we'll be launching on SpaceX 4 with the rodents and the support hardware needed.
And we're taking a look here at, I guess, their habitats.
Their habitats, right. So what we have there is basically the habitats, the transporter, and then the access unit that we'll be using to move the animals back and forth between the various pieces of hardware we'll be using.
And it is important research with the mice. What are we trying to learn from all of this?
Well, on the shuttle, we were limited to the length of a shuttle flight. So basically 14 to 16 days was the maximum we were able to do experiments. With moving to the station as a platform, we can now do long duration experiments. This first one will be 30 days, and then we'll be moving on to 60 and 90-day and potentially longer experiments on station to be able to look at long-term effects of microgravity on living systems.
And let's talk about CASIS and NASA, the partnership here.
Okay. So basically, rodent research is going to be a partnership between NASA and CASIS, which is the Center for the Advancement of Science and Space. CASIS will be bringing in commercial partners and non-NASA funded research, so potentially academia or other government agencies.
And the first in a series, but we've got to get this one off.
Got to get this one off, right?
Saturday. So what happens if we don't get through those launch windows?
Well, we have 2 attempts in this first launch window, either Saturday or Sunday early in the morning. If we don't go by Sunday, then the hardware will be returned to us with the mice inside, and we will offload them over in the animal care facility and start to prepare the hardware for another turnover later on in the week for the next set of launch attempts.